Delta Airlines Flight 127, carrying 282 passengers and 13 crew members, was cruising peacefully across the Atlantic Ocean on July 6, 2025, when suddenly, 4 hours into its journey from Madrid to New York's JFK, something didn't sound right. An unusual noise started coming from one of the engines, followed by a faint but unmistakable burning smell. It was the kind of mid-air moment that instantly puts everyone on edge. The flight crew quickly assessed the situation, and with safety as their top priority, made the decision to divert. Their emergency landing spot? Lajes Airport, a tiny airstrip on Terceira Island, a remote piece of Portugal's Azores archipelago, smack in the middle of the Atlantic. The aircraft, an Airbus A330, touched down safely at 3:55 p.m. local time. But once the passengers were off the plane, the realization set in: this wasn't going to be a quick fix. The airport wasn't equipped for major international flight repairs, and certainly not for immediately continuing the transatlantic journey. The passengers were stranded on a volcanic island, no less, with no timeline on when they'd be flying again. Delta immediately scrambled to accommodate everyone. Hotel rooms were arranged around the small island, meals were provided, and passengers were told to sit tight while a recovery plan unfolded. According to Delta, as safety comes before all else, the flight crew followed procedures to divert the aircraft after receiving an indication of a mechanical issue with an engine. "We apologize to our customers for their experience and delay in their travels. The logistics were anything but simple. Terceira Island isn't a typical layover hub, it's remote, mostly visited by tourists and military personnel, and its infrastructure isn't built for housing hundreds of unexpected guests." Yet, Delta mobilized quickly. They dispatched a second Airbus A330 from JFK International Airport in New York, flying it all the way across the Atlantic just to bring their stranded customers home. That rescue flight landed on the island in the early hours of July 7, around 2 a.m. local time. Passengers were then shuttled back to Lajes Airport, rechecked, and boarded the second aircraft. The final leg of their journey began later that day, and after nearly 31 hours of delays, detours, and island limbo, they landed in New York late Monday evening. No injuries were reported, and Delta assured the public that safety remained the guiding principle throughout the ordeal. Maintenance crews stayed behind on Terceira to inspect and repair the original aircraft, while customer service teams began processing compensation and apology letters to every affected passenger. But while Delta worked behind the scenes, the passengers took to social media to share their side of the story. Some recounted the anxiety they felt during the diversion. Others shared surprising positivity about the calm professionalism of the flight crew and the unexpected beauty of the Azores. One passenger posted a photo of a serene sunset over the volcanic coastline with the caption, "Not exactly New York, but not a bad detour." Still, not everyone was thrilled. Delayed business meetings, missed connections, and over 29 hours of uncertainty left some passengers venting frustrations online. Travel bloggers quickly picked up the story, with some labeling it Delta's Island Nightmare, while others jokingly referred to it as the most scenic emergency landing ever. This incident isn't happening in isolation. In 2025 alone, the aviation industry has seen a spike in emergency landings and in-flight mechanical scares. From fiery landings in Toronto to military aircraft collisions in the U.S. Experts are beginning to call for stricter checks on aging fleets and more robust in-flight diagnostics. U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy weighed in after the incident, stating that while the diversion was dramatic, it ultimately underscores how modern aviation safety systems are built to handle these exact scenarios. "Flying remains the safest mode of transportation," he said, "even when things don't go as planned." For Delta, this situation may have been a PR headache, but it was also a test of operational readiness, and according to most observers, they passed. While no one wants to be stranded on a remote island, there's something oddly reassuring about knowing that when the unexpected happens, a rescue flight will cross an ocean just to get you home. So that's the latest on the Delta Flight 127 saga, from burning smells at 39,000 feet to unplanned island vacations, and a journey that ended more than a day late but with everyone safe and sound. If this story kept you on the edge of your seat, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more breaking updates and viral moments just like this.